Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Army Group Center on turn 1. Last time we left off, we just finished Army Group North, and to recap, we basically made it to the objectives we set. We got to the river and we got just to the west of Riga, so we've created a pocket up there. But now we turn our attention down here to the center, which is the big granddaddy of all the fronts right now. It is going to be probably the most active, so it might take the longest to do this one, but we'll see exactly what happens here. So basically we have at our disposal a couple different things. We have I believe 2 armies which are made up of the blue and the green here. I think we have the green is the 9th army, and the blue, I'm not sure, I think it's 4th, not 100% sure on that. And then down here we have the second Panzer group, and up here in the lime green we have the 3rd Panzer group. So this is the largest of the fronts. It has the most moving pieces, and I think that it should be the most interesting, at least to start off. We'll see how things go later on, but we're going to try and do 2 main objectives here early on. In the past, when I played this game, I have, I've always, well, it's not true, not always, but the main objective here that I like to focus on is taking Moscow. Getting to Moscow. In order to get Moscow, you want Smolensk and you want Minsk. So the objective basically sees you going this way with 1 Panzer group and this way with another Panzer group, and then of course the infantry bringing up the rear, trying to keep in supply and everything, and trying to crush these units over here, which will eventually form a pocket. That's basically how this has always gone for me. This time though, I'd like to try, I'm not sure exactly the actual historical history around this front, the Army Group Center, but what I'd like to try and do is try and take a couple of really big pockets here early on. I would like to try and get the 3rd Panzer Group up here in the north to mostly flank around over here behind Minsk, and the 2nd Panzer Group in the south to flank around behind Minsk as well. I also hope to take 1 Panzer Corps from the south, 1 from the north, and have them link up somewhere around there and create a pocket here, as well as a larger pocket over here. If any troops, manage to escape from this pocket over here, they'll hopefully funnel right into this trap that we have set up over here. I don't know how well this is going to go, and then from there, of course, we're going to try and take Smolensk next, which should be less defended, and then, of course, we'll push our way towards Moscow. But we'll take a look now at this opening portion, and we'll see how likely it is that we can pull off these this pocketing action that we're trying to do here. So like I said before, somewhere around here, I think that's called Mosi, that little town. I've used it before as an indicator. We'll send 1 Panzer Corps that way, 1 Panzer Corps this way, and we'll hopefully pocket this entire, all these troops here that are on this little salient, which is kind of protruding in towards our lines. And then from there, the rest of the Panzer Corps in the north, the other Panzer Corps rather, attached to this Panzer Division, will try and flank around behind Minsk, and in the south, the same thing down in the south as we talked about before. And yeah, hopefully we can create another pocket over here somewhere. The problems I'm not sure about this is I've never tried this, so I don't know how well this is going to go. I can, I only hope that it works out well. But that's basically it. Then of course also down here we have Brest, which I'd like to take out as well. And also up here Konus. Those two, so Konus and Brest are both turn 1 objectives that I would like to capture. Brest can be kind of tricky sometimes to take. It can be difficult sometimes. So I don't know how well that's going to go, but hopefully we can take it on the first turn. Obviously I could just throw a bunch of men at it and hope to take it, but I'd rather not throw, I'd rather use like the minimum amount that I can do while taking the objective. And Konus in the north should be easy to take. I think it's mostly protected by only a couple headquarters or something. So we have a motorized infantry, it looks like. I can take a look. Motorized infantry and then a headquarter. Yeah, so we should be able to take that one without too much effort. We already have elements from the Army Group North that are around it if we need their support. But otherwise, I think this should be a fairly straightforward turn. It's going to just have a lot of moving pieces. As I talked about in the last video as well, early on in the game, pockets are very important, and what we want to try and not do is attack these guys too hard with our armies from these directions. I would not like to make them rout as much as possible. That way next turn, when they're trapped in this pocket, I can hopefully just collect them. I can attack them, and instead of routing, they'll surrender. So that's what I'd like to do this turn. So let's just hop right into it here. We'll try and move a few guys around here, and we'll get started. So let's start off down here in the south. We'll try and take Brest. What I would like to do also is we'll try and get rid of that. And we'll just try to like try and surround the town if we can. Maybe this way, and that way we'll have a bunch of different angles to attack. So even if we don't take it, we can force them to surrender next turn. And of course, trying to leave our panzers in the rear there until we can create a breakout. So actually, let's get rid of this fortified unit here. Try and push that out of the way. And that surrenders handedly. And, before we even move up, let's get rid of this one as well. This infantry division, we'll try and push him back a little bit. A hard attack. Oh, we routed him. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. A little bit more maneuvering now we have. And we'll try and, just do what we can. Try and open up some avenues. And finally move these guys up, leave these panzers behind, and move the infantry right here up into the action. If we can actually get these headquarters out, that might be worthwhile. That headquarters is going to... the border regiment is going to retreat, the security battalion, or security regiment, sorry. And we should be able to get very close to us around now. Might take this cavalry. He might be better in the swamp, actually. I'm not exactly sure how units move in different tiles. Like, I know, for example, you spend more movement points getting through a hex of light woods than you do a hex that's clear. But I'm not exactly sure 100% on... I'm not 100% sure on like what units have advantages, if any, in certain tiles and when moving. So it's going to be a process of experimentation and trying to figure that out. Let's try and go here. We'll move this infantry division right out if we can. The swamp combat should be kind of brutal, but hopefully it works out. And there he goes, retreating. So now we can maybe even get this unit if we can. Get him in here, surrounding this city, Brest. And I don't know if we can actually get this. I want to get this cavalry almost right up here and try and push the security out if we can. But that might not work either. Let's see. Do we have anyone else we can move up? We can move this guy up. We might take him off the line there. It's only a fortified unit, so it won't be a big deal. We have these guys as well, actually. This Panzer Corps. No, I feel like I should leave him down there just to take care of this infantry right over here. So we'll try and move this cavalry up. But I don't want to move the cavalry up. Damn it. Can we actually move this infantry, one of these infantry guys up all the way? That's 7 movement there. Let's try that. We'll try and get the security battalion out of the way, or the security regiment, sorry. And there he goes, routing. Now we should have oh, I can't quite fit in there, can we? Ah, we can. Perfect. So there we go. So now we have the city surrounded. These guys, these panzers, will maybe wait to move. See if we take the city first. So first order of business, we take 2 infantry divisions and this one over here. Do they have enough to attack? They can do a hasty attack, but not anything else. They can do an attack. So maybe we'll attach a couple of... Let's actually throw this headquarters here so they can get everyone in supply or within radio command range. We'll try and apply. Maybe we'll throw in a... Not really anything. A lot of flak companies and battalions not really going to help us on assaulting a city, a fortified position. I think there's a fort here anyways. A fort, it says, yes, Fort 3, 10% there. So we can maybe throw this guy's, give him a pioneer, I think would be good. A stug. Oh, stug's even better. Give him a stug there. And we'll try and give this one a pioneer to get across that river. And we'll see, of course, how those go in 1 second. As we'll attack with these 2 guys and this one over here. We'll throw in this one as well. And hopefully this attack works. Ah, perfect. Routed them. I mean, it would have been better to surrender them, honestly, next turn, but we forced a tank and 2 rifle divisions to rout, so... I mean, it's whatever. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And now we'll just try and move up here as much as possible. I guess what I should have discussed earlier as well... of course, we said we wanted to get behind Minsk over here, so we wanted to go all this way and try and get the surround on the city of Minsk itself, or actually down this way, I guess, and then try and up after that. But I'd like for this turn to get my panzers as close to the city of Minsk as possible. If we probably won't get to this river, but if we can get to, say, around this town right here, this city, this little town, I'm not sure what that is, that would probably be our objective for this turn. And then, of course, the other Panzer Corps will try and go up here, and we'll cut off the retreat and close this pocket from the south that way. So those are going to be our 2 main objectives this turn. Down here, our infantry will just try and advance as far as possible. Not really anything in the swamps down here. I think these are the Pripyat marshes. I'm not 100% sure if that's a real thing or I just made it up. But hopefully if it is, we can kind of avoid the marshes, because the marshes can be very slow going. And there aren't a lot of things in there right now to retreat. These units right here we might force into the marshes to retreat. But other than that, there's not really any reason to go into the marshes for us right now. So let's try and move a couple more of our infantry up here. If we can get these tanks, we'll wait actually on the tanks until we have a clear avenue of approach, so that we can move as far to the northeast there as possible. Let's get rid of this airfield. 25 tons of fuel and 3 tons of supply by getting rid of that airfield. Actually, something I forgot to do on this turn. I bombed, of course, in the north, but I didn't bomb here in the south. So let's drop a couple bombs here. We'll try and get rid of some of their thingy. 18 bombers, 18 fighters, 13 bombers. We'll try and get rid of some of their air force here. Do one more bombing, perhaps. 64 fighters. Ouch, that's rough. And we'll save the rest here for the south, for Army Group South. Actually, you know what? Let's try one more over here. Try and hit this one. 2 fighters. All right, I'm getting greedy now. Let's do one more though. And we caught a couple more. So we've taken down quite a bit of their air force here in the first 2 videos we've done so far, and hopefully that continues later on. Let's switch over here back to infantry. And can we get this? I don't think this. No, 3 attack across the river. I don't think it's gonna work. We can maybe. We'll see though. We'll see. Oh, we can attack with a hasty attack. Oh, we can do a direct attack too. Let's go with a hasty attack and try and push these tanks back a little bit more. We actually routed the tank division, so that's good. And not bad. Didn't lose anyone actually on the ground, so surprising, but hey, whatever works. Try and get these guys up here a little bit more. Yeah, push this way. So routed units can't defend themselves, so if you move adjacent to them, they'll be forced to retreat. Be forced back further. Let's try and move up here as much as possible. And if I can get actually, I think, wait, what Panzer Corps do I want to send? Do I want to send up north? This Panzer Corps is responsible for 2 panzers. It looks like 2 Panzer Corps, or 2 Panzer divisions here, as well as the motorized infantry over here, and this infantry up here, as well as this cavalry. So let's try and we'll use this Panzer. We'll use the 24th Panzer Corps to go ahead and try and secure this this crossing sort of thing. We'll send this one all the way up here, and we'll actually land them just there south of Mosty, I believe that's called. Mosty it is. Yes, nailed it. And this Panzer, you know what? There's enough movement here that we might not even have to send any more Panzers. We might be able to just get away with infantry moving up here to protect our flanks. This one is, oh, that's the other Panzer Corps right there. So this Panzer Corps here will move up to the safety of that infantry, and then maybe we'll just move. Oh, this actually is infantry as well that's attached. Interesting. Interesting. Let's move this Panzer Corps up though. We'll try and get him over to about this river over here. We'll be able to get across that easily. Should even be able to take this objective here if we can. So let's move on across the river here and see what we can do. Force another unit to retreat. Before we move any more though, we'll move this guy up as well. We'll get him, we'll move here. Even though, you know, it's going to be more expensive in movement, we'll force this airfield back, and we'll also force the router units back a little bit. And then we'll go for the attack, force this guy to retreat as well. Cross the river and hopefully retreat him again. Maybe even rout him, actually. They're going to commit a reserve division there, but we're still going to retreat him, so that's fine. That might not have been the best plan, actually. It looks like we've now forced them kind of all to gather around this, the objective we were going for. So move in here. We can't do a deliberate attack, so we'll hit him again. Routed there finally, and now we should be able to move a couple more, one more tile at least, and we'll try and open up a path of attack. So by attacking here with a hasty attack from this angle, we'll hopefully be able to clear a path from this side for ourselves in a second. So let's go ahead and try that out and see if it works. There we go. We're treating them back back off that hex, and you know what? I'm actually pretty confident that we might even send this guy up north here and trying to get a. No, there's no reason for him to go up north. They might as well keep going this way, keep trying to attack on this angle. So we'll send him actually down here instead. We'll clear that airbase out, and we'll try and, you know, make a path so we can get around these forces. It looks like, you know, over here, of course, they've got kind of a defensive line this way. So it's gonna be, there's room to maneuver around here, but because of all the forest that's down here, the light woods, I guess you'd call it, it's gonna take a lot of movement. So it might take, if we, you know, this is as far as we get this turn. We're probably not going to get 100% supply again next turn. Well, actually, we have more than supply, but what we need to watch as for is fuel. Sorry, what we have right now is 75 fuel, so we might not be able to get a good flank here in time. It might take a lot longer than I would have hoped to get through these woods over here. We'll see how it plays out, though. We'll see definitely how it plays out. Let's also make sure our headquarters is in good spot here. Where's the last unit? So we have a couple guys that are out of command range. We'll move this one up, I think. I'm not afraid of a counterattack, but maybe I should leave him there anyways, just in case. And then, of course, these guys over here, we'll move this Panzer Corps. We'll send him out on the flank, or out down this way as well, the same way these guys went. And we'll bunch them all up over here. I can just get one at a time. There we go. And yeah, maybe we'll send him actually. We'll send him there. And then I think what we'll do is we'll send this HQ right there. So these guys are going to be out of command radius, but at least the tanks will be in command radius. So I mean, should they get attacked, which is highly unlikely, they'll be better on the defense than our guys were. Move this guy up as well, and we'll go for a little bit of an attack there. Try and just do as much damage as possible with these guys. Force them back a couple more tiles. And not too bad so far. So we'll take a look at the very end, after the Army Group South goes. We'll take a look at all the movement we've done and see if we have a we've caused very many casualties so far. I think we will have, though. I think we'll have done a pretty good job so far of hurting them. Move this guy in here. Just trying to shore up that defensive line. They could technically, maybe I should have taken this guy and put him more this way, because they could probably break through. But I don't think they will. I think they'll be less dedicated to trying to break through. In fact, let's go ahead and we'll put this this unit right here, and we'll try and just kind of cover up that little escape. We'll bring this headquarters unit back as well. Put him there, and actually, we'll put him over here. Oh, whatever. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. It could be worse. And other than that, though, I don't think anyone has any movement left down here in the south, except for these guys. I forgot about this Panzer Corps as well. We have a lot of Panzer Corps down here. This Panzer Corps can get... I don't think they can get nearly as far. In fact, I probably should have used that one to secure this flank, because I don't think they can get very far, but we'll try anyways. We'll push these guys up here and try and get them as far as possible. Or at least, as deep as possible into the Soviet lines. And this last one for the... Can he not go that very far? Oh man, he has no movement at all. We'll move this one, I guess, then. Oh, it's only a regiment, that's why. My mistake. We'll move the regiment up here, and he'll just kind of be there. And actually, this is a good example here. We can go ahead and commit it to reserve, I think. Oh, we can't commit it to reserve. Interesting. I might have to... Pardon me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I might have to reread on how to commit units to reserve, or maybe we can't commit them to reserve if he moved. That might be it, actually. Let's just quickly, I'm going to test this out here. Okay, I think it's because he moved, or he doesn't have enough movement left to commit to reserve. Also, I'm so sorry for that sneeze. It hurt me. If it makes you feel any better, it hurt me a little bit. So we have a bit of a thrust here in the south, and we've encircled these guys here in this pocket pretty well. I don't think any of these movements, by the way, are very very cunning or dangerous. These are all pretty much the standard movements, I would imagine, for any player playing the Germans. Of course, as we get farther into the game, it'll become a more personal experience for me, so it won't just be like me doing the same moves as everyone else. Things will happen that'll be different, hopefully, than the other games before, and it'll be a little bit more interesting, hopefully. For the beginning, will be kind of the same, so if you don't know what to do in the beginning, these strategies, while not the most efficient, I'm sure, will probably give you a decent idea as to what exactly, maybe your main... Not your main, your objectives might be or should be in certain situations. Try and move up here. Get this guy out of his position here. The fort should surrender. There he goes. And we'll just keep trying to move up here. Push these guys away. In fact, didn't move this guy up here either. Let's move him up. And let's try and break this fort here. This little... There we go. Routed both of them. Routed the 2 rifle divisions with a single division. As you can see here, actually, that was a good indication of how under strength the divisions are for the Russians at the beginning. So this is 2, I believe it was, oh, maybe it's just an artillery brigade. Never mind. I'm not going to talk then. I thought there were 2 rifle divisions, and I am mistaken. Oh wait, was that the right mission, the right attack? Oh, here we go. So these are, this was it. So they have 2 rifle divisions that are still under there. They have less total manpower than a single German infantry division. So And that's kind of a good indication of why it's so easy going for the Germans early on. Like, the Russians are in a complete disarray. They're a total mess right now. They do get better later on, you know, as the war goes on. They get a lot stronger, a lot more difficult to contend with. But early on, it's just it doesn't work for them very well. Push those guys back a little bit here, and we'll push right up here. We'll do one more attack if we can, and he's actually going to rout, so that's perfect. Get him out of the way. And now if we can get these guys up to Kaunas, we should be able to take Kaunas. We might have to commit some of our... Can we do a deliberate attack? We can. We might have to commit some of our panzers, but let's try first here. Try to take the city with just infantry. And it looks like we're going to get that actually easy peasy. We're going to rout that motorized division, and the HQs that were there are also going to have to leave. So now we should be able to get a this guy in. Oh, we can't quite get him into the city. Oh, we can't get any of them into the city. That sucks. I'm going to have to move, I guess, the panzer in there after all. Doesn't seem to be any guys enough movement left here to go all the way. This guy can't get it either, can he? No. It's too bad. Can we actually take one of these guys? That might be the best plan. Take this guy. There we go. Put him in that in Kaunas there. So the 5 Corps is going to take over the city. Take a look at the victory points right now. Actually, if we can. Sorry, there aren't any victory points on the map, but we'll take a look at the victory screen here. And as you can see, you know, right now we have almost no victory points because that's just how the game starts. But as you take more cities, you have more victory points. The Soviets, of course, have way more victory points than we do right now because they control all of their cities. So it'll be, you know, the main goal here is to try and take as many cities as possible. That's where you get the VPs from. And also, you want to try and cause and inflict casualties, and you want to take away industry from the Soviets so they can't fight back. That's basically how you win the game, and that's what we're going to try and do here. So we take that city, we take the Kaunas, we kind of have a rail line a little bit now. We can start to move in next turn. And by move in, I mean we can start to repair the rail line. We're going to move this guy up here, try and push that, I think we're going to push that guy back. Maybe I want to move here actually and attack this fortification. I think that might be the plan. Might be a better plan. Let's try that out. Let's try and remove this fortification. There he goes, surrendering. And now we can probably go and attack this tank and try and get him out of the way. So our plan, of course, was, as we said before, we wanted to move this way and try and get behind Minsk. But also we wanted to go down this way, and we can try and hopefully link up around here in Mosty. So we'll try that here. That'll be the goal for this third Panzer division here. So let's try and clear a way here first before we move our panzers up. Try and get them as much movement as possible with our guys, and they're going to actually hold on to that position. Oh, I didn't expect that. Did we lose very many men? No, we only lost 70 men, which, I mean, you know, every life is sacred, I suppose, but still, 70 men for an attack isn't too bad. And then, of course, we're going to rout them there with that attack, and that'll push them way back. 4,000 men lost. Wow. So that's not a good day for them. Not a bad day for us, though. And then let's go ahead and push this guy over here. And all right, let's move our tanks up now. We'll try and go for, actually, let's make sure we have the right, sorry, the wrong button. Let's take a look. Where's our Panzer Corps? So here's our Panzer group. We have ourselves with this Panzer group. No, that's just the 5th Corps. Then we have this Panzer group here, I think. No, that's another Corps. Where are my Panzer Corps? Is it... We only have one Panzer Corps up here in the north? Oh, we might. We might indeed. Let's actually take a look here. I might have just lost my mind. I thought we had 2 Panzer Corps up here attached to this unit. But it does appear to be we only have a single... Oh no, we do have Panzer Corps. The 57th and the 39th. So let's see, where are they? If I can get them out, I mean, should be fine. Should be fine, right? Famous last words. Let's try and get the headquarters here. So there's the 39th. And over here must be the LVII. Okay, so all of the LVIIs are down here, and the 30th are up here. Perfect. So let's take the 30th, and we'll move them. Not the 30th, sorry, the 39th. We'll move them across. We'll try and take Vilnius actually this turn as well. Then we'll try and get that flank around Minsk. Let's go ahead and move right up here. Going to capture some fuel as well. We're going to push them out of the city. And we basically counted as captured it, I guess. We might have to leave someone behind there in the city just in case they try and counterattack it, but I don't think they will. I think they'll mostly be worried about pushing back, pushing themselves deeper and deeper into the or like deeper and deeper into the east so that they can't be completely destroyed. Let's move right? Is this probably a good spot? Just trying to protect our supply lines here, so move those 2 panzers up, and then this motorized infantry division we might put over here. It's probably a good spot right there. This one here, the Panzer Corps will put over there in position to give the command radius to those guys. And this last one we might even go ahead and put up here just to protect on the northern flank here, just in case, so that we don't get cut off from supplies or anything. And that's probably good the way it is right there. So we should be able to be fine. If we could get 1 infantry into Vilnius, that'd be great, but I don't think anyone can quite reach it. These guys can only get about as far as there. Okay, well, doesn't really help me very much. And I don't think we have any... actually, we have these guys, so I didn't even think of moving these guys, but that is just the infantry division, the Polizei SS infantry division, which I think means that they are probably... Oh no, they're a full division. I was thinking maybe they were more like left behind for like security work in the rear, but they seem to be an okay division. I think we're gonna probably leave everything the way it is now. I wouldn't mind getting someone in Vilnius, but you know, you have to kind of go with what you got sometimes. And right now, I just don't think I can spare putting anyone over there. But then again, maybe I will be able to. We've still got this one Panzer Corps here. Let's go ahead and move them down here. We'll try and just link up here, and we'll try our best here. Make sure nothing flits through our fingers. We'll put 1 down there, and we could probably put the other... Was there another infantry, motorized infantry? No, just a Panzer Corps. Or Panzer Division, sorry. So let's go ahead and put the Panzer Division over here. Put him there. And that'll hopefully hold off the attack there. And I think I might send this Panzer Division up here to just hold on to Vilnius so we don't lose it again next turn. Also, that would kind of secure the supply lines to these guys over here in the front. So, for example, if these infantry divisions tried to come down, holding Vilnius might be a good plan. This is probably the weakest part of the line, but we've done a pretty good job of having a thick line here. That's what you kind of want to do here, is you want to try and have as thick of a supply line as possible so that you it's harder to cut off. If you have a single hex, for example, I don't really have an example to show you, but say this single hex here and this one here, if someone was to come across, like this infantry division was trying to cut off this panzer, that was how you that's how you would do it, is you try and cut across those single hex lines. So I think I might move that panzer up there, and we'll just put him in there just for security, just in case. And it looks otherwise like we've completely cut off that pocket there. So this pocket down here has been completely cut off by our forces over here. So it should be easy to pick up next turn. And then of course we're on our way thrusting this way and this way, trying to get around Minsk and also pocket that city as well. Of course, the pocketing of Minsk, I mean, like they have a decent number of things there, but there are a lot of headquarters there too. So I mean, I feel like that would be a really good place to be able to get the pocket on. It's hard to say though. We'll see how it all goes here. Let's try to make sure we did everything we have to do here. I think it's going to be it though for the turn. This Panzer Corps is actually way out of supply. Let's go ahead and put him down here just to keep those guys in radio range. Not supply, sorry, in radio range is what I meant to say before. And that should be basically it. I'm afraid I would like to attack these guys. I'm gonna actually attack this guy over here, try and push him out of that spot. Even routing him would be fine with me. Retreated him, that's not exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna have to attack him again. So we're gonna have to move one more division. We'll move one more division up here, and we'll try and route this guy. Did I move 2? Oh, one was headquarters. Okay, that's fine. We'll try and push this guy back here again. There he goes, routed. And we'll attack this one as well. Just try to make him surrender here early on. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's going to be that. If I was to attack, along this flank here, not a flank, sorry, if I was to attack along these axes, that's the one. It would, because of how weak the Soviets are, it would probably force them to surrender. So it might be better to hold off on that attack and instead wait for the next turn when they're completely surrounded. They don't have access to their supply lines, and then they'll surrender, and we'll be able to take a bunch of them with us. So I think that's going to do it for the Armor Group Center for this turn. We did a pretty good job. I think we took everything that we wanted to. We don't have access to that guy. Okay. Yeah, we took everything we wanted to. We were able to, of course, like we talked about, able to surround them. Oh boy, able to surround them over here. We were able to get some thrusts north and south of Minsk, and hopefully next turn we'll be able to link up around here somewhere, perhaps right around there, and cut them off. I know in the Road to Minsk campaign, which we played, there was a it was about taking these objectives over here, I believe, and the one up here I can't quite see, and down here. But I think that this pocket would be a better plan here as well. Next turn, of course, if I can liquidate this pocket over here, and I can take some of these motorized and these panzers and start pushing the pocket this way, I think that would be to my advantage, and hopefully that'll work out just the way I want it to. But until next time, guys, this is going to be it for me. I'm going to go ahead now and record the next part, the Army Group South. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and have a good day.